Jenny from Just Being Me, and you're listening to the Learning to Love Yourself podcast, the show that inspires you to put yourself first.
Learning to love yourself on the path to happiness. Learning to love yourself on the path to happiness.
Before we dive into today's episode, I've got something really powerful for you. If you've ever found yourself stuck in self-doubt, constantly second-guessing your decisions, or feeling like you just can't trust yourself, you're not alone. But the good thing is, it doesn't have to stay that way. I've created something to help you take that very first step, because that's the hardest one. It's called the Self-Belief Checklist, and it's a free tool to help you spot exactly where you're getting stuck and where you can start shifting things today. So look down in the show notes and get your free copy now. The dopamine drop. Why self-care is not enough on its own. I'm Jenny Field, self-belief coach. We live in a world that constantly tells us to look after ourselves with little pockets of self-care. And I'm one of those people. Run yourself a bath, get your nails done, take a holiday, book a spa. Don't get me wrong, these things are lovely and they do give you a boost, a moment of peace and a sense that you're doing something for yourself. You get out of the bath lighter, you leave the salon with a spring in your step, and you come back from holiday feeling more like yourself. But have you noticed how quickly that feeling fades? That is dopamine at work. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter. It's often called the feel-good chemical, but that's not the complete truth. Not about happiness in the way that we imagine it. It's about motivation and reward. It spikes when we do something enjoyable or rewarding, and then it drops again. The spike feels fantastic, and the drop feels flat. If you're relying on those dopamine spikes from self-care activities, you end up living in a cycle of up, down, up, down. A holiday might carry you for a week, a bath maybe an hour. But you're always chasing the next thing that will lift you up, but never quite reaching a steady space where you just feel well. And this is where mindset comes in. Self-care is great and I'm always promoting it, but self-care without mindset work is like putting a plaster on a deep wound. It covers it for a while, but it doesn't heal it. I know this because for years I did it myself. I thought I was looking after myself by doing all the right things. I went for walks, took breaks, tried to eat well, even treated myself when I could. And on the surface, I was coping. But underneath, I was still carrying the weight of limiting beliefs I didn't even know were there. And I felt it. The beliefs looked like, I have to keep everyone else happy. If I stop, everything will fall apart. I can't just choose for me. And if you're telling yourself consciously that you're fine, and your subconscious is whispering these beliefs 95% of the time, guess which one wins? Studies suggest that we live 5% from our conscious mind and 95% from our subconscious, which means that no matter how much positive talk you give yourself, no matter how much self-care rituals you put in place, if your subconscious is running a different story, then that is what plays out. I left toxic relationships and I told myself I was okay because I wasn't in them anymore. On the surface, that was true. For nearly 20 years, I was still living in survival mode. My body was on high alert, my mind was wired for danger, and my energy went into supporting everyone else instead of myself. I mastered it really well. I was the strong one, the helper, the one that kept everyone together. the outside world, I looked capable and calm, but inside, I was disconnected, unhappy, and so drained. And here's the painful part. My family were living with that pretend energy too. When you keep living from survival and masking it with self-care, you're not really healing. You are performing wellness, and performing is exhausting. Your family feels it, your children pick up on it. The people closest to you sense when you're not really at peace, even if they can't name it. And the cost is not just emotional. Survival mode puts strain on your nervous system, your hormones, your ability to focus, and your energy. It leaves you tired, reactive, and constantly looking for the next thing to make yourself feel better. The dopamine drop becomes your pattern. And self-care becomes another mask instead of a genuine resource. I can hear you asking, what actually works? So to create steady well-being, you need both. You need the dopamine boosting activities that make life enjoyable, and you need the mindset work that rewires your beliefs so that your baseline is steady. It's about building foundations, not just chasing spikes. And that means checking in with your beliefs. Are you carrying old stories that tell you you're not enough, or that you must keep everyone else happy? Learning to self-validate. Can you give yourself approval instead of waiting for it from others? Grounding your nervous system. Do you know how to bring yourself back to calm without waiting for a holiday? And shifting the survival mode. Are you still living on high alert, even when there's no danger? These are the deeper practices that make the baths and the spa trips land differently. Because when your baseline is steady, these things come as bonuses instead of lifelines. I want to give you a few reflective prompts. Take a moment with these. What do I believe self-care will fix for me? What do I believe self-care will fix for me? What does my steady state feel like right now? What does my steady state feel like right now? Do I live more from survival mode or from peace? Do I live more from survival mode or from peace? If my subconscious beliefs were supporting me instead of sabotaging me, how would my day-to-day life look? If my subconscious beliefs were supporting me instead of sabotaging me, how would my day-to-day life look? If my subconscious beliefs were supporting me instead of sabotaging me, how would my day-to-day life look? Write them down, sit with them, and you may be surprised with what comes up. Keep them so you can repeat the process on a regular basis. I do. So what's the next step? Well, self-care is important, but if you're tired of the highs and lows, it's time to go deeper. You don't have to keep patching over survival mode with another bubble bath. You can build a foundation that actually feels steady, safe, and joyful. Believe me, I know. And this is the work I now do with my clients every day. Whether it's through my one-to-one coaching or my membership community, we work on rewiring the beliefs that keep you in survival so you can create a life that feels like living. Because here's the truth. Self-care is amazing and absolutely you need to do it every day. But it's not enough if you don't believe you are worthy of care in the first place. Thanks for listening today. If you'd like to know more, you can find all the links down below. Oh, and don't forget to press subscribe so you can catch the next one. See you soon.